me to change, they want me to change, but I ain't changing, nah, I remain the same.
And you are now tuned in to another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you in conjunction with Beautiful Machine Magazine, as well as the mighty Nerd DJs Radio Network. Y'all already know, man. Every week, every month, every year, it's the same shit around here. We only rock with legends, and today is absolutely no exception. We have pilot, educator, author, overall phenomenal queen in abundance across the galaxies is Shamalia Willis.
Hype me up.
how, how,
I
how you
love it
doing,
here.
queen?
I love it here.
Oh my
Hello
goodness.
again.
How you doing? How's your family?
Everybody's well. Life is well. I mean, just to be in the land of the living with good health, there's so much to be grateful for. Listen, I'm good.
How's your year? Good year, business
The year
wise?
is good. It's good business wise. Definitely, I've come over to the softer side of seeing that there's a need for me in this world and helping the youth. So I've actually given into it after all these years, happily.
What you doing with the youth?
Just getting them interested in the career field of aviation. At first, I was teaching. I'm a former educator, so I was a little bit reluctant to be like, the kids. That's my jush. That's my vibe. But now I'm like, look, the kids my vibe.
Kids are trash.
Pretty much, they so disrespectful.
Throw these kids away.
Just they throw them away. You
Yeah,
can give them your
horrible.
whole world, your whole life, and they still be like, she wasn't no good.
Although I will say, when you're one to one with the younger generation, they're quite receptive.
Yeah.
It's when they get in the packs,
Mhm.
and they're not thinking for themselves. It's like group thinking shit. And nah, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aviation. It ain't too many sisters in aviation. How long
Yeah.
have you been flying?
I've been flying for only 8 years, so not that long, but it's it's a vibe. It's a whole vibe. I'm trying to get every young brown person to just think about or even consider a career field in aviation.
Okay, so you say you've been flying for 8 years. So 9, 10 years ago, you just sitting around and it just dawns on you, I want to be a pilot.
No, listen, I'm from the great city of Detroit and I attended Coleman A. Young Elementary School. So Coleman A. Young was the former mayor of Detroit, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
and born in like 1918. I mean, like he was a Tuskegee Airman, but many people don't know that. We always push the mayor part of him to the front, and he was an intellect for sure. But many people don't know that he was an actual Tuskegee Airman. He used to bring the airmen to the school all the time. So when I was younger, just seeing brown individuals that look like me, representation is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing those brown individuals that look like me, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be a pilot one day. It's just that because there were no pilots on my block or there were no pilots in my family, I didn't have the ability to understand how I would one day get there. But I had the desire in my heart. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's all you need. Like, God gonna work with the desire. So I had a desire. I continued on into education and, became a teacher. And that was always in my heart. And one day I was just kicking it with my boss and I was telling him, like, I really always wanted to be a pilot. And he paid for my first lessons for, he and his wife. And that's actually how it happened for me. And then the rest was just history. It just kept coming to me in different ways. And then I was able to pursue it and, go all the way into it.
So is it different, like qualifications needed for like smaller planes and like flying a Delta 757?
Absolutely. It's ours. It's, you definitely are building and building and building and continuing working toward um flying that larger plane if you choose to. So the more hours you get, the more, and it's a rule book. So it'll tell you exactly what you need or whatever certification you need, or you don't have to go back and start over again. But now you need to get checked out in this, I want to say ride, but check out in this bird or this plane or that plane. So that's all you're doing. So you can also do it as a just private pilot having fun, or you can go commercial if you choose to. So that's what I try to get the young people to do, to use it
Hmm.
as a career path and go commercial.
Where do you fly to? Like, what's your favorite spot? Matter of fact, what's your
Around the
favorite runway?
Right, Detroit, everything Detroit, all things Detroit. So Detroit City for sure. And my friends and I, we go to Chicago, we go up north, we go to Ohio. We just fly around like for fun. I'm more in it for fun and for the just as a hobby versus, like I said, helping the kids to pursue it as a whole career path. So I
Oh,
have other businesses and other great things that I have working on the ground, so I've never really thought about the whole, I mean, I've given it thought, but the commercial path, because you have to be gone a little bit more than less.
so do you own a plane?
No, but I will. And we'll talk about how we all gonna be a part of making that happen.
Oh, well, shit. There ain't no time like the present.
Because
Yeah, I need to.
I was trying to see if
Although,
you had five on it.
I mean, I got $5 in it.
I got
Yes,
five. You got
yes,
$5.
yes. We had to
Listen,
specify that.
everything helps, but I could do so much more if I had my own plane. So, um, sitting around planes one thing, but when you're not the owner of it, just to be able to go and say I'll be back next week, you have to pay for that whole entire week of having the plane. So versus it being your own and you just can go wherever you want to go and come back whenever you want to come back. That's
Well,
what makes the
how
difference.
much you talking?
How much I need?
Yeah,
Oh, all I need is a million.
well,
If I
that's
get
it.
that million, yeah,
I
that's
got
it.
you.
That's what I said.
I,
I knew that.
I thought you was
I
gonna say something like 20 million. Oh,
I knew that. I respect your budget. I respect your budget that you put out for this year. I respect your budget you put out for this year. So didn't want to push too much.
oh, you said you teach.
Yes.
What grades?
I teach high school and college age students. So I work with No Barrier to Success. It's a youth program,
Hmm.
and they are actually gearing kids up for careers, which I love because I feel like when I was younger, people came and talked to me, and that's how I got to where I am today. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Reaching back, talking to the young people, just helping them to change that trajectory to say
Hmm.
that they want, I mean, think about growing up in the everyday hood community. You don't see in too many individuals in other career fields other than teachers. You see maybe your doctor when you if you go to the doctor. You see the individuals that work at the stores. You don't get to see many individuals in different career paths. So how could you have a desire to be something that you've never seen?
Hmm.
So our kids don't get to always have a plethora of options because they haven't seen many things.
Although I will say, growing up in Detroit as a black kid, you definitely have an advantage on the possibility of seeing black people do things that other areas of the country don't see black people doing.
Mhm.
Because it's just a completely black city, damn near.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we have those options like the auto industry, but it narrows it down because what about, being just all these other marine biologists? You just don't, in my opinion or in my experience,
Hmm.
I didn't see those people on an everyday basis. So I didn't have the ability to dream to be
Hmm.
one day become that because it wasn't before me. So
Yeah.
I just believe that it's impossible to dream it if you haven't seen it, unless you are working on something. You're a creative. The creatives be like, I want to be something that I ain't never seen before.
That's one of the benefits of this generation is the people's imagination is coming back. If
Yeah.
for nothing else, for content creations.
Hmm.
Because some of the
I
shit
agree
I
with that.
see on Instagram is just it's just utter genius, and black folks be showing out.
They
You
do.
know, I ran it. Well, actually, my guy, he actually dives with sharks.
Okay.
Like on a consistent fucking basis, he just jumps in the water with sharks and takes
Yes.
pictures.
I love that.
And
I'm literally trying to go to Guam to get my diving license so that I could be great too. I have many
really,
friends that dive, and it's just like that is the coolest thing ever to me. Like, oh my goodness. I'm
so
just
you're
gonna
you're
fly the
like an
airplane.
adrenaline junkie.
I don't. And that may be possible. That may be possible. But again, look at all of these options that, once we've seen how on the African American kids or young people got involved in all of these different options. We can look at Simone Biles and say, look how bomb and dope we are in these fields once we know that they exist and once
Yeah,
we figure out how to be a part of them.
yeah.
So it's no question if we're going to be the best or if we're going to be the greatest once we become part of something. But if you don't know, you won't be able to join in.
You get a kid that comes to you that is a really smart kid with a really fucked up home life and is acting out. How do you reach that kid long term?
So that's a great question, first of all. You reached that kid because I actually volunteered at Vista Maria, which is a girls' home in the city of Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
for over 5 years back in the day. I'd be telling you I'm grown. So back in the day. You have kids who feel like they're trapped, they feel like there's no way out, but it's like, no, this is the best time to take to, like it's like an incubator. You take this time, you write out your goals, you write the vision for your life, you write out what you want, and you begin to start just working toward that and dreaming that. And you can dream in a broken home, you can dream with a broke down situation. You have to just continue to think about your future. So that's your way out. It's mental, mentally you're always thinking like,
Mm.
one day I'm gonna have this, one day I'm gonna be able to do that. So that's exactly what you do. So you work toward that. So even though you have a broken home, now your attention can go towards your studies, taking school serious, taking reading seriously, just taking the things that could be very beneficial to you, taking those things seriously. So I wrote a book. It's called Dear Destiny.
I was
And
going to
it's
ask you
letters
about
of,
that.
yeah, it's letters of strategy for young people. So that's actually one of the letters in there. It talks about like being in a broken home and it talks about finding that space to steal away to. So I know for sure that I can't change all of the children's situations, their
Right.
current and their present situation, but I'm like, let me show you how to thrive in it. And even when I teach them things, even if I'm
Mm-hmm.
teaching a young person etiquette, I'm like, go home and teach your brothers and sisters. You don't have to go home and now say, I'm better than you. I am you. Just like I tell them, like, I'm you. I grew up in the inner city. I went to Detroit public schools. I mean, I am you. So it's possible for all of us, but you have to find your way. You got to learn how to steal away. So those
So
little
so okay.
strategies that
You
helps young
teach
people.
people like which fork to use.
I do.
Really?
I do. And I tell them, I said, how you always remember is left is 4 letters, Left. I'm sorry, fork is 4 letters, Left, Fork. And the left side is Left. And that's how you remember what side your fork go on. Spoon is 5. The word right is 5. So that's how you remember where your spoon goes.
I did
Your
not know
knife goes
that.
directly next to the plate so we can stay safe. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I've ever been to any function that required etiquette. Well, I take that back.
You
That
have.
re
You
that
have.
require no, no, well, because there is different types of cultural etiquette.
That's so true.
Like if you eat pizza with a knife and a fork, we all looking at you sideways.
And they always look at me sideways.
You do that.
Oh, my friends be like, "You're doing too much. Like, just pick it up." They want to pick it up for me, but they know now. They like, that's her. We ignore her every time she do it.
What's
And we just
wrong with
ignore her every
you?
time she do it. You know what? I also think that it's beyond just me. It's the braces community. Back in the day, I used to have braces and we used to cut up everything. So that's my whole community. So it's either that or
Oh,
the etiquette. I'm not really that sure.
cutting up pizza is nasty work
Yeah.
though.
It is. It's diabolical. And like I really want to pick it up and then it just be like, what is this that's fighting me? Give me my
Oh
six
my
mile
god.
card back. Give me my six
Oh
mile
my.
card back so I can pick up this pizza and eat it.
Oh my god. So what do you dream about?
Oh my God, the plane that we're gonna talk about. So I dream about taking I have a hair extension business. My sister owns a hair salon, runway style salon. It's on 6 Mile, right in front of the Sinai Grace Hospital. And I sell hair extensions. And I
Mm.
think about like I can get to my customers around the world if I had a plane. That's some next level dope stuff. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Hmm.
you want a wig? I'm on my way.
It's interesting. There's like a wig store on Livernois on the
Hmm.
Avenue of Fashion
Hmm.
that doesn't sell extensions because they would say they got priced out of the whatchamacallit. Just saying, well, it might be a good little plug there. Maybe I could,
Okay.
do something because they have been
Yeah.
there for a very, very, very long time. I want to say like 50, 60 years or something like that.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was impressed. I never really, no need to really go into a wig store.
Mm.
But well, now that brothers can get
Nowadays.
oh no,
I told you the young people, they like, listen, you
how
want
do you
want
get into
dreads? You want dreads too?
how do you get into the extension business though?
Well, I think it's my sister owning a hair salon. Just always see having that community. Like you're just always able to go to the salon. You're young. You learn how to wash hair. You learn how to sweep up. You learn how to run a business. So having that community, it was just automatic for me. Like these extra pieces, in my hair. And then you just say, hey, like that's another business opportunity. So I just took advantage of it. And then I went to Northwood University. I went to a business school. So it's just think about the money, where the money reside.
I feel you on that one. The
Yeah.
barbershop experience is completely ruined. It,
It's what happened?
absolutely ruined because like now it used to be like especially if you go on a Saturday or Sunday, you go to the barber shop. Walk-ins were a thing. That's where they got
Hmm.
most, a lot of their business. And it just created an environment where men, it was a community aspect to it too. Now
Okay.
everybody got appointments, and it may be
Oh
one or two
yeah, put
people
down your
in the
deposit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all a new
Yeah,
thing.
and then
That's all a new
it's
thing.
50, $60. But my point was, is it the same? Is the experience in the beauty salon, has that changed?
No, the beauty salon still give you beauty salon, but yes, you do have to pay a deposit because it's just we were servicing a clientele that had like the level of morals and values that our grandparents gave us.
Hmm.
But the grandparents that were 70, they became the new 50. So the new generation didn't grow up with those same morals and values. So whereas the person will never come to your salon and get their hair done and walk up out the door, that's what you're dealing with now in 2025. So that's why people have to take deposits.
Yeah, or they just make it so you got to get buzzed out.
Make it so you can do what?
You got to get buzzed out. You can't just open the door and
Yeah, but
leave.
then you're gonna have to fight them. Like, what you, what you about to do while you got them buzzed in?
I mean, you, if they try to leave you, don't
Yeah,
you have? Do you have a right to beat them up?
that's the thing. Like, you don't need to give people your personal power and let them take you there. So, I tell people, like I was just telling my friend the other day, like when you wake up on 100. God give you everything you need. Brand new grace and mercies every day, right? So you
Mm.
wake up on 100. You can't let those people rub on and bump up against you and then you start losing energy. So to keep your 100, you better put some different policies in place.
I mean,
Other than
but
that,
David also threw a rock at Goliath and killed the nigga.
had to do what he had to do.
Right. So,
Yeah.
you can't let everybody walk up out the salon. You gotta beat
You
somebody
can't.
up. The word gotta get around. If you try this here, them paws gonna get put on you.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So you gotta figure it out. But ain't nobody trying to fight every day. Ain't
That's
nobody trying to
true.
fight every day.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
And it's
What is
really the like it's a whole different generation. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's not the ones that got that good sense. It's those ones that didn't grow up with that sense. So you like, you know what?
where does the entrepreneurial spirit come from with you?
My family. So my family's into real estate, so they've always been entrepreneurs. Everybody like, look, buy a house, flip the house, and then my family's from down south originally, and I
Hmm.
think that's what makes us so different. Because I kind of wondered, where did the respect come from? And we got that, like Southern people, we just they got that great level of respect, hard work ethic, and it's just I remember my grandma having a farm when we was little. Like everybody works on a farm. I was like, I looked at my mama like, did you have an option? And now she goes straight to the grocery store. I said, where's the farm at, ma'am? Like, you had healthy food growing up. Get out
How,
there and dig.
what do they call it? The garden, the city gardens.
Hmm.
Detroit has got the most of those, I think, in the country.
I guarantee you we probably do.
Is
It's
it?
a girl that's so dope. I think her name is Dasmonique Carr,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and she has a mobile like farm. Like she sells all of this good carrots, lettuce, tomatoes. Like you see, you talked about the young people being creative. There's people in Detroit doing some dope things.
Yeah, and I don't think we're doing a good enough job of highlighting
Oh no, we're not.
the excellence.
You can certainly say that. You can certainly say that. We're absolutely not. So many people who are doing dope things are hidden. I went to the Michigan Chronicle event the other day and seeing all of these amazing people. I'm like, where are they at? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 50, these women, I mean, they are doing it. And I was like, but where are they at? Nobody talks about them. The popular things that people talk about nowadays.
How do we change that as a community?
Um, a community. First of all, the community has to come back. Our community has turned into that, a lot of solo projects due to COVID. So we need neighbors who love the kids enough to tell their parents what they got going on. But nowadays, people fear even informing parents of what their kids are doing. But we have to be fearless and get that community back.
Parents are fucking crazy now.
They are. You like, I gotta fight the mama. Remember I told you once again? If your
Yeah,
battery on 100, you like, I ain't even about to give it to her. Cause
yeah.
I'm trying to go tell her what her daughter doing. She gonna try to tell me I need to mind my business.
But you know your kids is fucking up.
You do. You absolutely do. That's why I build community with the young people that I talk to. I can't even talk to your mom. Your mama's a stripper, so I know why you're stripping. So I can't, ain't no judgment. No judgment here. So I'm just gonna tell you that that's not the way for you because your future is more promising because I see, what strengths you have in other areas. So let's think about some other things. But you can't go tell a mama. The mama be like, go fight her. Like, I might see your cousin and come help you.
And this is something I thought I would never say. However, I don't think stripping is the problem.
Okay.
I think it's the financial discipline or lack thereof associated with stripping that is the problem.
Oh yeah, what their parents do, it's absolutely their business. But if your parent is a stripper, I can't question you about twerking at an inappropriate time because, like I said, or I can't tell your parents that it's an inappropriate time because
They
that's the
still know it's an inappropriate time. They're not
okay.
twerking in church.
Okay.
Well, then again, I've seen some wild shit. Like so
All right.
I'm not even. I was about to say something about SAP, but I'm gonna
All
leave that
right.
alone. That's a whole other conversation. That I don't. But I do have a question that I ask everybody. It has absolutely nothing to do with nothing. But
I
here it
love
is.
it.
So you're sitting on a park bench, and
Hmm.
God sits down next to you and says that you. I'm sorry, and he or she says that you can ask them one question. What would it be?
Ooh, where the money reside? I would really have to think about that. Like I would have first of all, if I got God next to me, I got everything I need. So that's first of all. So a question is like, where you headed?
Hmm.
I would have to really think about that because I would just really try to figure out, what's some secret? Like what's the secret to I don't know, like optimum health or something that's gonna help everybody. I'm community driven, so something that's gonna help the community, something that I can go back and help other people as well.
What would you say is a weakness?
My week same. I be some days thinking about if you just mind your business and just worry about you, just take it all in and but I can't do it. I'd be like, yeah, they giving out $1 million in increments of 10,000. We all can get it. So
It is in this country particularly difficult to give a shit about your community and be an entrepreneur.
yeah, you're very right.
It's not difficult. It's difficult to do it with a pure heart
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of them do it with ill intentions. It's just a PR stunt, or
Right.
I'm trying to get something, so I'll give a little. But
Yeah.
to
Remember
do
at
it
the
with a pure
beginning?
heart, I'm sorry. Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead.
I'm sorry for cutting you off. I was saying at the beginning when I was telling you I finally feel like I'm giving into the call. I kept feeling like I need to help young people, kept feeling like it. And then I started seeing the success of helping them. I
Mhm.
think that's why people don't help young people. It's like it's the return is takes too long. But now, I see my students as adults now and knowing that, they come back and be like, oh my gosh, thank you for instilling in us things that you didn't even have to teach us, life skills,
Mm.
but yeah, so I ended up giving in finally to the fact that look, I'm called to these young people and I got to make sure that whatever I can do to help them, that I do that.
What's the best thing a stranger has done for you?
Um, Let me think. Strangers are so kind to me. Man, this lady on the airplane gave me a whole bag of those cookies on Delta. What's the name of those Biscoff cookies? My heart is connected to food. And like if you feed me, it's like we there. Like we there. Like, did you want me to like what city you going back to? Like, cause what? A whole bag of Biscoffs? Like I love you, grandma.
Oh my god. I like
I play too much, but for real, like strangers are so amazing to me. I'm so blessed. Like they're just so nice.
I have
And then
had
they see what I do. Some strangers see what I do. Like they just like, how can I help you?
any thoughts on like going
Oh,
into politics?
yeah. Many thoughts on going into politics. I'm one. First of all, I think that we need to have some underground politics going on because I think when we're getting those aha moments, I think sometimes we run too quick to vocalize them to the whole world, and I think sometimes like we need to just take our time as a people
Hmm.
and kind of figure out strategically how to get it throughout our communities without always trying to build a platform for it because everybody not for us. So I believe we just need to be more strategic.
Oh,
So
that's true.
I'm on my underground politics.
Are we giving away?
I
Are we
want you to
giving
look up and
Detroit
my
away?
whole community be like thriving. Like, oh, how did that happen? Underground politics.
Yo, let me know.
Right.
Keep me on the back burner. Let me know. But
Right.
let me, are we giving Detroit away?
I think already giving away,
Yes.
you mean? Passing?
Like Duggan downtown looks phenomenal. It
Hmm.
does. And from my understanding, he's done some things with community organizations in Detroit. Not trying to take away from anything that he has done, but I
Hmm.
have also noticed the uptick in the gentrification. You just through the roof.
Yeah. So like teach me how to dug in. I think he has done like a great job at as far as what he has come to do. And I think that like we're not really that's not like we're responsible for us. And
Mm.
we see what is happening once it has happened. But I remember working for the title clearing company downtown 20 years ago, and they had a 20-year projection. They had a 20-year plan. So we were already behind once we started talking about what's going on. This stuff, they've dug so deep into the foundation, it's already a done deal. So I think we be fighting a losing battle at the level that we come to fight at. Like, we got to start now thinking about the next generation. So, in order to think about the next generation, you got to invest in the next generation.
And you
So,
know,
the other fights are.
it's hard to get over our
Like,
selfishness. Like for
hmm.
me, I'm 53. I don't give a fuck about the high school no more.
Right.
So when the millage come up, no nigga, fuck them kids. I don't care about them. But
FTK.
but at the same time, I have to get out my own get out the way of my own selfishness
Hmm. But you
because
need
and
the
that's how
community because you need
but
to be
that's how we look at
reminded.
it.
You need
It,
to be
it
reminded, like, hey, you may not, your kids may be older now, but then there are other kids who's, they're still in high school and they are our future. So in 20 years, if we're not, and that's why I told you when I said that 70 became the new 50, we already did ourselves a disservice and took ourselves back 20 years
yeah.
because we need the grandparents are old. Like that age with wisdom, with age comes wisdom. So like we need that. We need older people to teach the younger people. So we
Yeah. And
We
I
just
have grandkids. And you know what? No fucking way I should have grandkids. I'm just not
and you
that
still
responsible.
FTK and they mama.
Shit, man, my grandbabies be beating my ass. What are you talking about?
What are you
And those
talking
the
about?
girls.
Yes, listen.
So,
I'm telling you, we just gotta do a better. We gotta think long term. We gotta stop thinking short term. We gotta stop thinking that oh, somebody's doing like something today, and we could just need to go and try to go like no. We need to take that thought process of 20 years and saying what Detroit should look like. But where's the vision? There is no vision coming from often enough coming from our people to so that we can work that way. So that's why
mhm.
I'm big on chess over checkers. Like, what's the strategic move that's going to get us to win in the end? And I mean, all of us, everybody. What's the
Maybe you are the
strategic move?
vision.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm the
It
movement,
sounds
baby.
like it.
Maybe
I
I'm
mean,
the movement.
first off, your energy is through the roof.
Thank you. And so is
But
yours, as you know.
but you also have a purity of concern,
Thank you. I
and
do.
you don't find that often, and it's not something that somebody can teach you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's like a gift and a curse at the same time. Because I could be living my best life in Singapore right now or in Thailand on the boats, but I'm here
Thailand,
with kids. I love Thailand. You will love, love, love Thailand.
I don't know. They said
And the
Thailand's too
vibe is right,
friendly.
and they like brown people. It's crazy. They be like, "Can they touch your face?" I'm like, "No," but I like your vibe. They always want to touch you.
So wait, how many countries have you been to?
Oh, you know what? I've never counted, but I've been to a lot. I've never done the math, but I've been to a whole lot.
Yo, wow, wildest place you've been to?
Wildest. What would make it wild? Like, cause I think it just, being in Australia and actually like the kangaroos really boxing. I'm like, what the heck? Like this,
You, you,
you're taking the classroom lesson to the next level when you actually are out here in this world and you're like, I
I'm
cannot believe
cool
this
on
stuff
that
is
one.
real.
Yeah, Australia seems like Satan's zoo. Like I've
It is.
seen the
This is a
animals over
wild
there.
situation. Them some thugs. The
Yeah,
animals are thugs. Yes.
I'm cool. I'm cool on that. I'm not. No, I'm not even setting foot in that country ever.
Yeah, but the place I love the most, I would say, other than any part of Africa, because I love Africa, but Singapore. When I say the vibe is strong, like they had a prime minister named Lee Kuan Yew that came over there and changed the country from a third world country to a first world country. And the only way you can do that when you got people coming in from different parts of the world is rules. So they call them complaining Singaporeans because they always complain that there's so many rules. But because there's so many rules, it's so safe. So when I seen people outside at 3 o'clock in the morning with their kids, I said, "Oh, I love it here." Because I'm a night owl. I'm like, I could just hop up and be like, I'm about to go to the
But what they
store.
doing with their kids at 3 o'clock in the
Going
morning?
to
Don't they
eat, just
sleep?
doing whatever. I guess they sleep when they sleep, but you know what? A lot of people work, international jobs, so they may work on a different time schedule. I'm not sure, but it was just a vibe to see that over there. I mean, you can't chew gum. Everything is like a
You
fine, a
what?
fine, a
Hold on.
fine.
You just can't chew gum at all.
You just can't chew gum, and you should because when they told me about the history of the kids taking the gum and putting it in the little train thing and stopping the train where you can't put the key in there, I said, "See, that you said FTK because that you see what the kids be doing."
I've never heard. What, what type
No
of
gum.
horrible kids are doing? That is crazy work.
Yeah, that's crazy work. Exactly. But see, ain't no gum on the streets if you think about that, right? No gum on the streets because y'all
First
ain't
time,
chewing it.
first time you set foot in Africa. What was that moment like?
I
Do you
am
remember?
home. I was like, leave me. I was like, leave me. I'm out. I'm about to change the world with all my cousins. And
Oh,
I just to see that many people with dark skin, they was fine. Everybody fine. Like, ain't no like what's up the acne here and the breakouts? Like, what are y'all eating? And I ate some spinach. I said I don't like spinach, but I was hungry, so I ate some spinach, and it was like tastes like some golden spinach. It was so good. So I said, "What's wrong with our spinach?" So we got so much into what we buy, what we eat, what we even grow, But over there it's just pure. It's so good. Everything's so good. And the people just, they love on you, and ooh, it's just a beautiful place.
Biggest personal change you've made over the last decade?
Oh, stop being a people pleaser. I don't even care about what they think. I'd be like, oh well. They should never let me figure it out.
Yo, that is an anchor that people don't understand.
Yeah, but when you figure it out, you become so dangerous. My friends like, I hate the new you, but good looking out. They tell me
I've
because yeah.
tried to but it only like I can only muster that I can do it for a person successfully or a couple. Like if you've done something wrong to me, oh,
Hmm.
I'll hate your lineage. But
I hate
if
everything that comes behind you.
everything before, after, yeah,
Hate your
if
great
I walk
grandkids.
past your great granddaddy's grave, I'm upset.
Yes,
No,
yes.
but trying to not to the people pleasing thing it's a horrible addiction.
Hmm. But it's
Oh.
that I think that what I think life comes down to is not having a vision. When you don't have a vision, you're willing to go anywhere with anyone, and you're willing to do it anyone's way. But if you have a vision, then you can blame it on the vision. I'm not going that way. I'm so sorry, I can't do that right now. Because what you have to do is calling you. So that's why people it's always available. They dangerous. No vision.
Hmm.
So I can't please you. I'm just actually just living up to my vision.
What's next?
What's next? Ooh, you know what's next. The plane, that plane thing.
Well, we supposed to been talking about that, so let's talk about how we're gonna. And hold on one second. Ben Frank, I hate people. Sorry, but anyway.
Stop. Stop.
All right. So do we have a GoFundMe? Do we have a strategy? How are we gonna get you this million
We
dollars for this
gotta
plane?
think about how to get the $1 million for the plane. So I believe that this the people who feel a little sorry for me, but they like, dang, you work with them kids every day. They I think that I gotta go ask them. Like, aren't you ready to put it all together? So I don't know if it's a GoFundMe. I don't know what it is.
Have you picked the plane out?
Yes and no. I have picked at two levels because I've picked the Cessna so we can practice because we got to be able to have the kids got to come. We got to have somebody. It got to be about the kids first.
Mm.
You'll reduce the FTK. So we got for the kids, for the kids. Got to be for the kids. We
Well,
need
I'll work on that.
okay.
But we need pictures of the planes. People need to be able
Okay.
to
I will.
align with.
After my event on the 4th, I got an
Mhm.
event called Chess Over Checkers that's happening on the 4th. After the event, I'm gonna change my banner to the
Okay.
plane.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna
All right.
manifest that thing.
What's the event too? While we at it, let's
So
promote
the
that.
event is Chess Over Checkers. It's helping people to make strategic moves. You're moving every day playing chess. I mean playing checkers, but why won't you just move strategically and play chess? Just think about it. Either way it goes, you coming out the house, you're going to work every day. But why don't you do something that's producing and moving towards your vision? So for the greater goal, so you can get to where you want to really be. So we gonna play chess over checkers.
Where's
You get
that?
to make decisions every day. It's downtown at the Courtyard Marriott on Jefferson.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
fancy,
that's fancy.
fancy,
Yeah,
fancy.
yeah, right. Okay, so and now we need to pander to some celebrities that have a history of just giving away money.
Okay,
Um,
let's go there.
Definitely Shaq. We'll tag Shaq. When I do, sometime I'll do a clip. I've been so behind on the clips, but I'll get up to. Anyway, Shaq's got to be somebody. Hey, yo, big fella, I need
Yeah.
some money. Trying to get two planes.
Mhm.
One is she is a pilot. She's been a pilot for 8 years, right?
Yep.
Okay. And look at her, Shaq. She is beautiful. I'm sure you're gonna agree with me.
Thank you.
So give her money.
Give her
Let's
money.
see. Who else gives out money? Well, I don't know.
You got all the rich friends.
I'm in my basement.
That Stephen Jobs.
Who? Shit. He is like no longer people.
But these people was in their basement. They was in their garages. That's
Oh,
exactly those the people you got to look out for. They be
mm,
playing too much. They humble. They be like, "Oh, I'm missing the garage.
no, yeah, you
We
know
made
what? Yeah,
3.2 billion this year."
that would be nice, man. You know how, boy, they don't want to give me $1 billion. I'm just gonna be so fucking pathetic.
Don't
Oh
like
my
nobody. No new friends. No new
god.
friends. No new friends.
Although, no, I would randomly donate.
Okay.
Like you're gonna get a
And to
bag of
who?
money.
And
Yeah,
to
yeah,
who?
yeah. It'd be random,
Ra-
but it would be
You did say
definitely,
random.
yeah. It would be money for us and by us.
Okay.
So yeah, there's some organizations over the years. Definitely the nation. Got a shout out to my guy, student minister Troy.
That's what's
Definitely,
up.
I'm a billionaire. I'm gonna buy you the two fucking planes and
Hmm.
screw everybody else. Y'all got it.
Come on.
And a hangar.
And and
Yes.
hang.
Well, I need a plane too.
Yes.
So selfishly, I'm gonna get all of that.
So selfish. So selfish. I'm gonna get all of that.
New Era been doing their thing for a minute. I definitely would drop a bag off to them.
Yes. They come to the salon all the time. All the time.
Uh, 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 the People's Action. Shout out to my guy Negus Vu. Definitely would drop a bag.
Yes.
And there's a couple others, but those will probably be the three most notable for me.
You know who I drop a bag off to? I like
Who's
this.
that?
This you need to have a little segment who you would drop the bag off to. I dropped the
That's a good idea right there.
yes, because I dropped the bag off to Dr. Sabrina Jackson, who does Mental Health Mondays on Fox 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because not you still helping people, baby. She be helping people for years. Like people who do the work, they stay in the community and they stick with the people.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are priceless.
Yeah.
I dropped the bag off to Gail Perry Mason. I think hers may be called Money Matters or something like that, but she
Mm-hmm.
helped the youth with the money every summer doing a whole money camp. Like I'm dropping the bag off to everybody who was helping somebody. And then Dr. Cindy Trim. I
Oh,
just
Jalen Rose. Definitely would
Oh,
drop the
Jalen
bag off.
Rose. Yes.
Yes. Definitely
Somebody
would
who
drop the
do
bag off.
people who are already doing the work. Like
Yes.
what? Drop the bag
Yes.
off.
Yes. And people, the best part is people don't have to.
They don't have to.
And sometimes people feel like they are obligated to. Not the
Mhm.
people that's doing it, but other people is like you take advantage of them. Like this other person just needs to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and help your dumb kid. They
Yeah,
don't.
they don't. And they got options. They can get
But
the jobs that are much easier and you get off, you're finished, you're done.
so when you went to college, what did you go for?
Automotive aftermarket management. That's everything that happens to the car after it leaves the showroom floor. That's
Okay,
it.
what did you do with
Yep.
that?
I did nothing with that. I
I'm
being a
sorry.
and what you do with that? I bought nice cars. Now I'm smart. I drive a very nice car. I am for the cars, and I'm going. Listen, don't ask me. Do I be renting my cars out for prom season? Because yes, I do. Um,
Really?
but automotive aftermarket management. I went to Northwood University. It's an automotive school, and I a full ride at a private school. I was like, bye. So, but that desire to teach never left me. So I went back and got my master's in secondary education. I ended up, my mama said, don't do it, reconsider. I'm telling you.
Read some literature.
Read some litter. Yeah, exactly. Reconsider, read some literature. So I did not listen. And then I was like, you know what? The kids are my passion. But then I figured out I'm getting up out of here. And the best way I can say it, but to still teach, but teach strategically, you know.
You,
I was already teaching stuff I had no business teaching. I was just up in there trying to get them life skills. I'm like, listen, let's get some context to this. It's 7.8 billion people in the world. If one person don't like you, keep it pushing.
eh, you know what? Here's something for you. My high
Thank you.
school teacher,
Hmm.
Teresa Carroll, first teacher that got me as an individual, as a human being.
Okay.
I was a really smart kid in school, period. But most teachers just ignored me intellectually, and
Mm.
so I talked a lot of shit. She was one of the people. She was the first person that like really challenged me in a way that inspired me. My point being is I remember her full name, and I
Right.
can't tell you
Teresa Carroll.
99% of my other teachers' name at all.
Yeah.
You're somebody's Teresa Carroll.
I received that. That is actually beautiful. Thank you.
No,
Thank you so much.
I have my moments, you know.
I know. That's why I receive it. I'm going with you. While you there, I'm running with you. I did a I was the keynote speaker the other day, other couple weeks ago, at a school downtown Detroit, and they told me that I was the kids' number one pick out of all of the individuals who came to the event, and I was just so happy to hear that. And the kids was like, it was because she walked around the classroom, she connected with us, she asked us questions. And I think that a lot of sometimes, not often, teachers may sit behind the desk, and sometimes you just have to come out and see what the students are doing, be consistent. But it takes a lot of energy to teach. That's why teachers need to get much, much, much more money. But the Teresa Carrolls of the world, they go the extra mile,
Yeah.
and that's yeah, got to use
Teachers
the
need a
energy.
national union as
Yeah,
opposed to an
next level.
individual state or city or local unions.
I mean,
I,
all the great people had teachers. It's the craziest thing ever. Like, yeah, you
it
can be a
helps.
biologist, you can be the president, you could be anything that you want to be, a neurosurgeon, but you all had teachers. And the
It,
teacher's so humble. We said, go further than us, do more than us.
there's never been any person that I can recall in history where they're, they were stupid, but they still accomplished so. No,
Yeah,
their story started with somebody saying this is a way to refine whatever talent you have.
right. Exactly. And if
You
you
know,
keep running around my class, you need to go sit down and watch that Shakari Richardson story. You know what I mean? Like, it may be something in you that's greater and that could be carried out on the track. You may be better on the track than you are in the classroom. But you have to have those people who are willing to look deeper and to dig deeper into that child's life and know what you got in front of you.
how many years before you retire? And when you retire, as a matter of fact, let's do it further than that. 100 years from now, when you
Mhm.
look back at Shamalia Willis' legacy, top three things you want them to know about you.
I want them to know, oh, first of all, that lover of God. So just the principles of treating people right, being treated right. It just all comes from those principles. Secondly, that I was an educator. So a school will bear my name for sure. A university will bear my name, so K through 12, university level. So somebody will be still attending the Willis University or whatever name I will have at that point, at some point. And then third, so from God to education, business, it's going to be where the money resides. Somebody going to still be selling something on my behalf. Must be the money.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, you are just an amazing conversationalist.
Thank you.
No, thank you. I don't know if I can do anything for you, but
Oh,
I
you
absolutely
can.
okay.
You see my face. You see my face level. I'm to teach you how to do it. You can.
Okay, right. You just gotta let me know. I got you.
You got five on it already. We just gotta
Yeah,
go get
I can definitely do five.
555 more.
You know what? I'm telling you, we just gotta fine tune the strategy.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and you definitely gotta involve some kids.
Hmm.
Give them some really some planes that are way too small for them. They have to sit on top of the plane. They want a bigger plane. They're crying. It's just horrible. Please help us for
Yeah.
$3.99 a day. You
Oh, I
too
love
can
it.
save a child.
Oh my gosh. Why you say sit on the plane? Because it's too little. I'm about to holler. Wait. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They want to get around the world,
Oh my God! Right.
but they can't fit.
Yeah, you just gotta have, you
Everyone
know,
can't go.
kids and something just a random puppy for absolutely no
You
reason.
absolutely, when I say you need that stray puppy,
Just hey, you know what? While the kids are crying, the little poodle runs across.
mm-hmm.
Oh my!
Some of them
Oh
kids
my,
wrap that puppy up and say the puppy can. There could be a seat for the puppy too. Yeah.
oh my God. See, you see the vision. You
Mm-hmm.
see it. That
I
is the
see.
vision right there.
Yep. You're gonna be cracking up because I'm about to get on AI. Like they next week you gonna like, they're gonna puppy we talked about. Like,
Yo,
a
oh,
plane with a
oh
dog
my
seat.
goodness. Yo, this has just been very, 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 very dope. I can't
Yeah,
possibly thank you enough.
it's been great talking
Um,
to you. It's always
anything,
great getting the vision out there.
anything else that you want to leave before, with the people, before we go?
I do. Just like I talked about earlier, how you start on, you wake up with that 100, that battery on 100.
Mm-hmm.
I want to encourage people to keep their batteries just fully charged, stay fully loaded, and make those chess moves throughout your day. When a opportunity comes up, choose chess over checkers. Make sure that move is strategic and don't let people take your energy. If they bump up against you, keep your energy. You just keep on going on your 100, making those chess moves. That's what I want to tell
Sometimes
people.
you just gotta punch a nigga.
As long as it does not take any of your percentages down.
Sometimes,
That threw me off.
sometimes you just gotta punch a nigga.
Sometimes it's necessary. It is necessary. It is
It is
necessary.
vital for your mental well-being.
Yeah. Because my mama told me, I've always been the one that's like nonviolence. My mom is like by any means necessary. And she just like when you do it just one time, like when you just have to knock them out one time, like they'll
Yes,
never do it again.
yes, and that
Yeah.
shit never goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family's still talking about when my mother slapped the shit out of me in sixth grade.
And they still talking about it.
Still talking about it.
They
See,
riding off
yeah.
that.
They
Remember?
still laugh like it was the first time.
Remember you guys?
Oh my God! You remember you started crying. Oh, that shit was
Hmm.
hilarious.
And then
Fuck
their
you,
stomach
man. It
start
was
hurting. They be laughing so hard.
right.
The disrespect of it all, though.
All right, man. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. Beautiful, beautiful art behind you, by the way. And
Thank you. My little
thank
office
you.
pictures.
Hey, that's dope too. That's a little teddy bear. So you got to wait a minute. That's a dog. I thought it was a teddy bear. Yeah. See, you got to put that dog in the commercial.
It's a Paris.
Yeah. Well, you take the shirt away, or they could be kind of trying to fly to Paris and they can't get there.
That part.
Yeah, they didn't make it past New York. Anyway, on that note, we out of here. This has been an honor and a privilege. Miss Willis, you have a phenomenal evening on purpose.
You do the same. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for considering me.
No,
Much
it was an
love.
honor. No doubt. You have a good one.
You too.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo, that was pretty fucking dope. Anyway, this is Jobs. This has been another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio. Shout out to Ben Frank, man. I just need like 7 trillion more Ben Franks. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. It's 100 more, and I'm cool. That's all I need. It's 100 Ben Franks, and we is Gucci. And Jeff Schweitzer said hit him up. I have no idea who Jeff Schweitzer is. Maybe Shamalia Willis does, but I'm not sure who. I have no way to hit you up, player. But shout out to you for the 3 100s too. Anyway, I'll be back in about an hour. We'll be talking relationships with the Robinsons. Matter of fact, let me make sure because I will fuck your name up, and I did. It's not. It's the Randolphs. See, I'm just an old fat guy in my basement. So blame my brain and not my heart. Love y'all. See y'all in a minute.